Alright, welcome to week 2 of Pick 6 with your host Timothy Claiborne. I'm here to review about the Steelers versus the Ravens. It was in Baltimore 3 days after the Ravens released Ray Rice. They defeated the Steelers 26-6. Joe Flacco had a pretty nice game, 21 of 29 for 166 yards and 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. Ben Roethlisberger struggled, 22 of 37 for 217 yards and a pick, no touchdown. It was a very interesting game. The Ravens, the fans came out, supported Ray Rice with their jerseys, but I thought they would be down. I thought the Steelers could take advantage of them after all this Ray Rice situation and all they had to go through, but they were strong and they had a good showing against their rival in the conference. There are a lot of good games in week 2, and I want to start off with really the Chiefs and the Broncos. They had some great games last year. I think the Broncos will win because of Peyton Manning. He didn't look like he missed Wes Welker last week against the Colts. He looked so efficient, so I'm going to pick them against the Chiefs, 31-17. Then you have the Dolphins and Bills. Two teams don't really talk about. The Dolphins look very impressive in their Week 1 win against the Patriots. So I say they take, even though the Bills did win in Chicago against the Bears in overtime, I say the Dolphins beat the Bills 20-17. The Seahawks and Chargers are probably the most interesting game I'm looking forward to watching in Week 2. And it's because you have the Legion of Boom going up against Phillip Rivers, Keenan Allen, and all those guys, Antonio Gates. I say since it's in San Diego, the Chargers have a chance to win, but they would have to almost play perfect, and I don't see that happening. I see Phillip Rivers throwing at least 1 pick, maybe 2, and I see the Chargers keep it close, but the Seahawks pull away 38-24. The Lions and Panthers is going to be a very physical game. 2 great defenses, 2 teams that like to just almost smash mouth football. But I say since the Panthers have home field advantage, even with Calvin Johnson, Reggie Bush, and Golden Tate, they find a way to win. The Jets and the Packers. I say the Packers rebound at home. The Jets, they don't look like themselves. They have quarterback struggles. I say Aaron Rodgers has very good success against his Jets secondary. The Patriots and Vikings, Adrian Peterson's been deactivated, as you all know, about his story about child abuse. So I say the Patriots blow out the Vikings. The Falcons and Bengals is going to be a very close game. It's in Cincinnati. I would give the Falcons the nod because of what Matt Ryan did against the Saints, but I see them struggling on the outside, and I don't see them stopping outside in Cincinnati, but I don't see them stopping A.J. Green, nor they getting enough pressure to Andy Dalton to mess him up. The Browns and Saints both had disappointing Week 1 losses. The Browns had to come back down 21-3, and they lost 30-27, and the Saints, who had a 13-point lead at halftime in Atlanta, lost by 3 in overtime. So they're both looking for the rebound. I see the Saints winning this game. I don't see the Cleveland defense stopping all the Saints' weapons, and I also don't see enough weapons on the Browns' side of the ball to be competitive and score enough points with the Saints. The Cowboys and Titans, as you know, the Cowboys, they got demolished, just got spanked in Week 1 against the 49ers. The Titans did have a great win against the Chiefs in Arrowhead Stadium last week. I say it's a very close game, and if it stays close, I see Tony Romo being spectacular in some of the games he does, and the Cowboys get a big road win. You have the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Washington Redskins, who both lost in Week 1. The Redskins, they just struggled against that Texans defense, and then Jacksonville had a 17-0 lead against Philly and lost. They allowed, I believe, 34 unanswered points. So I say the Redskins get a close win. I see the Jaguars keeping it close again. Then you have the Bucs and the Rams, 2 teams that nobody really talks about. But again, the Rams with their offensive struggles at the quarterback position, I see the Bucs being able to run on them and defend these Rams receivers. Both the Cardinals and Giants starred in the Monday night doubleheader in Week 1. Both had different results. The Cardinals had a 1-point home victory against the Chargers, and the Giants just, again, offensive struggles, lost on the road against the Lions. I see the Cardinals winning this game. I see they have a very athletic defense. I like their offense. I like Larry Fitzgerald, and I like Malcolm Floyd against the Giants secondary. I still don't see the Giants being able to score. Offense looks off to me. It's going to take a while for them to get this West Coast offense in, and I see the Cardinals defeating the Giants 28 to 16. The Sunday night game is the Bears traveling to Candlestick, well, not Candlestick, to their new stadium, Levi Stadium, and facing the 49ers, a team that just dominated the Cowboys in week 1. The Bears lost to the Rams at home in overtime, and it just because their depth at the cornerback, they can't stop the run. You're coming to a team with the 49ers that has Colin Kaepernick, Frank Gore, and Kendall Hunter that can run the ball. And they also have great wide receivers in Anquan Bolden. You know you got Vernon Davis out there. You got Michael Crabtree. Chicago might struggle, and I see them scoring with them, but not enough. I see them scoring 17 points, but I see the 49ers putting up 34, maybe even 40 points. So the 49ers win. And the Monday night game is the Eagles versus the Colts. A lot of offense in this game. Both defenses are going to struggle. You got Andrew Luck versus Nick Foles. You got T.Y. Hilton. You got Hakeem Nicks. And you have Reggie Wayne. And then you have Jeremy Maclin, LaShawn McCoy, and those tight ends that Philadelphia have. I see a lot of points scored. And I see that since the Colts have home field advantage, they're home, I say they win 42-34 in a high-scoring game that could be the game of the year. There are a lot of great performances in week 1. And my two that stood out the most was from the NFC, Matt Ryan going 31-43 for 400, a franchise record and career high, 448 passing yards and 3 touchdowns against the Saints. And a week 1 win. It was a great game, high scoring. Matt Ryan just tore apart that revamped Saints secondary that thought they would be ranked in the top of the league, top 5. And then Noshawn Moreno had 24 carries, 134 yards, and a touchdown. And a surprising, basically, week 1 upset against the Patriots. He, coming from Denver, had 1,000 yards last year. People didn't know if he was going to be the same. And he really showed you that he can run the ball anywhere. He has a lot of talent. But those are my week 1 players of the week. And 2 interesting facts if you didn't know. Peyton Manning is 15 touchdowns away from passing Brett Favre for number 1 all-time on the touchdown passing list. And Drew Brees has a chance this year to throw for over 5,000 yards for the 5th time in his career. That would be the only he would be the only player to do so. This is week 2 of Pick 6. I'll see you later.